Hello, I'm Matt and welcome to Badger Workshop. I made a tray a couple of years ago, kind of a distressed look, and I wanted to make some more, but this time make 3 that nest inside each other. I have a planer thicknesser, but it takes quite a bit of time to switch between the modes, so I tend to just use the table saw to join the edge. Then I can run them through the thicknesser to get them all down to the same thickness, but also it cleans them up nicely. I'm basing my trays around plate sizes, so the large one I want to take a 12-inch plate, the medium one a 10-inch plate, and the smaller one an 8-inch plate, with also leaving enough room obviously for condiments, cutlery and a glass of wine. I want each tray to have handles on the end, so I marked out the centre of the ends and then how wide I wanted the handles to be. I used a hole saw to drill out either end of the handle. I've seen it done that if you have a Forstner bit and a fence on your table saw, you can just keep moving the bit of wood along and drill out the whole of the handle. But I didn't have a Forstner bit big enough, so I had to go back with a jigsaw and join up the dots. This works fine, but it's not the cleanest of cuts. So first I shaped the hole using a rasp. Then I can move to the bobbin sander in the drill press to clean it up. This is before I made my own bobbin sander, and this was just a dowel whacked in the chuck. The new one definitely works better. With the ends done with the handles in, I can then determine how long I want the tray to be. I then cut these bits down on the miter saw. It's just going to be put together with some glue and some brad nails, because it's going to have some reinforcing later that is more of a decorative detail but will also add some strength. These are just some 18 gauge brads I'm using. It's a quick, dirty way of putting things together, but it is quick, and that's the point. If you want to sell these things cheaply, you need to be able to make them quickly. People moan they're not very strong, but I've had one I made for myself about 4 years ago, and I use it every day and it's still going strong. To make sure everything stayed square as I glued it up, I just clamped my large speed square in place. When the glue had dried, I flipped the tray over and used my router to cut a rebate in the base. This is going to be for some slats to sit in for the base. I set up a stop block on the table saw that I can cut all the slats at the same time down. You've guessed it, these are also going to get glued and pinned in place. As soon as they're in, the tray starts to feel really quite strong. I'm also putting some glue between the slats so they become one panel. Of course the last slat wouldn't just fit, it needed ripping down on the table saw, and then you get a nice snug fit. I gave them all a sand down, not working up too high in the grids as this is a bit of a rustic project. To finish I'm giving them a coat of hard wax oil. I like this stuff as it's incredibly hard wearing. You can do floors with it. So on items that are going to get a lot of hard use, it really stands up to the test of time. No, I haven't stopped for a cup of tea with lots of sugar in it. This is citric acid. I got this from Amazon, but you can just pick it up in the supermarket. A few spoonfuls dissolved in some hot water, and then I can put these zinc plated brackets in. The zinc coating gives them a really bright, shiny look that won't look right on a rustic project. So I left that tray outside for about an hour and all the zinc came off. I could then wash, dry them and apply a bit of oil so they don't rust, and then they get put on the corner of the trays. They have a much duller matte look now and suit it a lot better. That's them all done. A set of 3 nesting rustic trays. Thanks for watching and please subscribe for more videos.